Okay, welcome back to a new episode of Tequila Forever Tequila. Today's episode, I'm going to be doing a review on some of these Código tequilas, the Código, 1530, I believe. And it's a little bit about it. I believe they use the Jerusalem cross as, part of the symbol of, of their heritage. The 1530, I think, is supposed to be like, back at that date when the struggle. I mean, you guys can check it out, look it on their website, get a little more information about that. Honestly, I didn't really bother do too much research. I got all these right here for like $30 actually, with another 3, I believe, and I got it for cheap, like I said, like $30, and I said, you know what, let's give it a try. I believe I tried the añejo before. I don't remember what it tastes like. It's been a while. And I've tried the rose. It was recently recommended at a store. And I don't think I was too impressed. I didn't have the proper cups or anything. I was kind of straight out the bottle. But I want to give it a fair shot. And, see how it is. So it's a pretty well-known brand. Go ahead and pour these up real quick. So this is the blanco. Just gonna pour just a little bit. Have enough to taste it. Be able to talk about it, And the nom number in this, what is it? The nom number is 1616. I believe it was at a different distillery before, if I remember correctly. It's a little hard to open. I don't remember I'll open it in a minute. I don't remember the other nom number for it, So I don't think I really checked to see, what other, tequilas are made there whatsoever. I believe there is a celebrity, George Stroot, something like that. I believe he has really nothing to do, with the whole process and making this tequila. But he does, back it up or something, or he's some kind of, I don't know, financial wise, something like that. Like I said, it's really not important. What's important here is that the product is good. Can't believe I can't fucking open this shit. So I'm gonna start off with the blanco. The blanco, obviously we know is the purest, expression when it comes to a tequila, when it comes to like a blanco, reposado, añejo, whatever. It's unaged. And let's go ahead and, start off with the aromas on this. Not impressed at all. So in this tequila, what I'm picking up is a lot of alcohol. I get some agave. Like a little bit of a earthy kind of aroma, and kind of like a musky kind of aroma to it as well. Kind of like a little musky smell. I feel like I get also a little bit of minerals. I'm not really impressed with the aroma. I mean, I get a lot of alcohol. It doesn't really smell attractive, to be honest. But I mean, let's go ahead and taste it and see. Hopefully, it tastes better than what it smells. since it is the first sip of the day, I'm gonna have just another little sip of it before I say anything about it. Well, I'll say that you do get heat. You do get that agave, alcohol, a little bit of like a mineral presence. It is a bit earthy. I mean, I feel that it's not a silky tequila. It's not creamy. It's it's kind of watery. It's really not good. It's not horrible. I mean, I've tasted tequilas that are horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not sipping quality, in my opinion. These are additive free, I believe. No chemicals or nothing. At least that's what they claim. Let's give it one last. And it definitely is earthy. It is musky. I don't really care for it, to be honest. A little bit, like I said, minerals, agave, a lot of alcohol, and it's really not that good. Definitely gonna be something to mix or take a shot, because you probably don't want to deal too much, with the taste. So I'm not sure what I would rate it yet. I mean, I think the Blanco, if I remember correctly, they run for like $40 or $50. I would rather get other tequilas for that price. So that definitely is gonna hurt, its score. But I would say this is probably around maybe the low to mid 70s if I would rate it. So this one I had before. This is the Blanco Rosa, and I believe this is rested for, what was it? I think 1 month. And I believe it's in a Cabernet French oak barrels. They're not charred or anything like that. And I think, they claim, because they wanted that the tequila to be able to touch, I mean, I don't know if the liquid or the barrel while it's in there, to get, a lot of influence from it. It's like a little bit pinkish. I'm not sure if you guys can even see that on there, It's a little bit of pinkish kind of color. And I think that the barrels come from Napa Valley, California, from that region, known to have some of the best wine out there. But will that help this tequila? Well, let's find out. So it smells a little similar to this. It has that musky little smell, but fruity. There is some fruity and floral notes in this tequila. So you get the agave, a little bit of musky, earthy. You still get the minerals in there. It's a bit floral, and it is fruity. And then you get a little bit of like the wine aroma, when it's like really fresh. I'm not too familiar with like a lot of different wines, but I know sometimes when they kind of sit a bit, when they're open, the smell really gets a little bit bitter, I guess you can say. It gets a little bit strong. So it's light on it. It smells a little bit of sweetness in the back. But let's go ahead and try this out. Now I got the right cup, and it's because I drank it straight out the bottle the last time I had it. So let's see how it is. And this tequila was recommended, at a store, I think in Turkey, California. I'll show some of their stuff they have in the later video, in case any of you guys, go visit up there. But this one, let's see. It's not that bad. I really don't get a lot of burn, but there is a little bit of like medium heat on this one. You do get those fruity notes. It is smoother than the regular one. It does taste a little bit better. You get some interesting flavors. You get a little bit of like that little wine taste. Maybe like a little bit chalkiness. I don't find it to be bitter or nothing like that. I do taste the agave. It's a little earthy. It's not bad. I wouldn't really recommend it. When I'm saying it's not that bad. I don't know the price on this one, but it's definitely not something that I would pick up to sip on. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't mess with that either. I'll probably rate it somewhere similar to the other one. Yeah, but it's cool. That's why I've said in other videos that I've had little shots, right? That I like these because you're able to taste it without having to purchase the whole bottle. Like I said, I got these and like 3 more. There was a few doubles for $30. And you're trying different ones. Yeah, from the same line, but that way you kind of try their whole line out and you see if you like their product. If you decide to go purchase a bottle later, you can, but I would be disappointed to buy a full bottle of this or that. And yeah, I would definitely be disappointed. So now let's get down to the reposado. This one's like a little bit yellowish, light tint. This one I believe is rested for 6 months. I think the barrels are charred by hand. They do it on site, and I guess in their private distillery. I believe it's in Amatian, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And they say that they age the tequila to taste, instead of time. Like for them, it's not about how much time it spends in a barrel. For them, it's more like, they taste it, and when they find out that it's good, that's when they, take it out, based on their taste. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the aromas on this one. Interesting. So the first thing I'm going to say is that, you do get a little bit of burn in the nose still when you smell it. The alcohol is definitely mellowed down on the reposado. You do get the agave. I feel like there's a little bit of cherry in there. Like I'm getting like a little bit of a cherry. Something there. I'm trying to. A little bit of like caramel. So I get agave, caramel, cherry. Vanilla. So I got like a little bit of butterscotch in there too, And I feel like maybe just a little bit of like a chocolate maybe or something, you know. It doesn't smell too bad. But the question is, does it taste good? Let's see. It definitely starts off sweet. I get the vanilla, you know, get a little bit of a caramel. So I get like vanilla, a little bit of caramel. I'm also getting, you know, a little bit of you know, like cherry notes. And you know, there's just it finishes off a little bitter. You know, You know, it's not bad. You know, it's not bad. I can say maybe the reposado probably rated 79 or 80. I don't know the price on this one either. But it's not too bad, you know. It's all right. I don't think I'll recommend any of these though, honestly. I think there's better reposados out there. And I can definitely recommend a lot of things depending on the price too, which I don't remember at the top of my head. I feel like there's a little bit of citrus in there too. Well, that's that. Now, like I said, I've had this one before, and I don't exactly remember how it was. I think I remember saying it was all right. You know, it wasn't too bad. I remember it being sweet. This is the añejo. And then the añejo is aged for 18 months. You know, they say something about, you know, it's a private recipe, and you know, it's been refined over many generations, and you know, in the family. And I think they use Cabernet French white oak barrels for this one. So it's aged for 18 months. So let's see, you know, what we pick up on this one, on the nose. Oh, okay. So on this one I pick up fruit. I still get agave. I do get the oak. I get some vanilla. And there's like some barrel spice, or a little bit of some kind of, you know, spices in there. A little bit of like maple. Some cherry. And some alcohol. It's fruity. Doesn't smell too bad, you know. After you start having a few tequilas, even though I don't really have much or anything, you know. I think your nose kind of gets used to it as well, and your mouth. You know, but fuck it, let's keep it going. Wow, you get fruit, and you get a lot of caramel. You do get oak. You get, you know, a lot of vanilla in there. You do get you know, some butterscotch, some toffee. You know, there's chocolate. It's a bit chalky as well. And añejo is not too bad. it's not bad. It is sweet, you know. It is sweet. It's a little bit thicker than the other ones. You know, it's just a little bit oily. I didn't even check the viscosity on it, but you know, it's oily. It's definitely thicker. You know, fruity. Like I said, vanilla, caramel, some butterscotch. And it's not that bad. I said I can go with like a, you know, 83. You know, maybe an 85. But I think if I remember correctly, this one might actually run for like $150 at a Total Wine and More. And if that price is correct from what I remember, yeah, those ratings are definitely going to drop, because I find that to be really expensive for this añejo. I mean, you can get a Fortaleza añejo if priced correctly as original price for like $90. You know, you can get the Tapatio añejo for like $45-$50. You know, there's the Cascanes añejo. I haven't tried it, but I know it, you know, a lot of people rave about it. Like $135. You know, and there's even extra añejos that are lower than $155 that I would rather go with. So because of the prices that are going to hurt it, I think if this was like $50-$60, I think 85 wouldn't be that bad. I have a rating for it, you know. And now for the final one, the extra añejo. You can see the color, and this one's a lot darker. This one, I believe this is the Origen, you know, extra añejo, aged for 6 years. I believe they also use the Cabernet Franc white oak barrels. You know, for an extra añejo, you gotta age for a minimum of 3 years. They go an extra 3 years. And, you know, they also say they have a private family recipe on this. I don't know exactly what they mean by that, but I think what they did with this one as well is that, or was it the other one? I know they use even like riper agaves, you know, that were exactly 7 years. Maybe try to get more sugar and sweets, you know. But, you know, again, you guys can do, you know, some of that research. Just because it comes down to, is it worth it? This one, I believe, is like $300, you know, which is, right now, I think ridiculous, because I'm not really impressed with any of these. So we'll see. We'll see. Move this up the way a little bit. Oh, wow. So I can definitely say that I like the aromas on this one. Picking up vanilla, caramel, a lot more oak, cinnamon, some cloves, fruit, you know, spice, maple, a little bit of like sugar, or brown sugar, I should be clear. And for something that's been aged for 6 years, there is agave presence there. You know, it's there. And I think that is very, very important. You know, that is one of the most important things, especially, you know. It's fruity. Now let's get down to the taste. time. Okay. So it'll get butterscotch in the flavor, some spice, vanilla, caramel, a lot of oak. I get cinnamon. I get some nutmeg, some cloves. There's a lot. There's a lot going on. There's some chocolate, some cherries. It's definitely fruity. It's sweet. You get the agave. Honestly, kind of like it. I like it a little bit, I get some brown sugar flavor in there too, and I feel like I get a little bit of smoke as well. Like in the finish, I get a little bit of smoke. I don't know if it's charred or not. I don't remember if this one was charred or not, but I feel like I picked a little bit of smoke in that too. But I like it. I mean, I like it, I feel like there's definitely chocolate, agave. You know what it kind of reminds me of, actually? It reminds me a little bit of like, what was that? Artenom 1146. A similar taste to that. I believe the Artenom was a little bit thicker, but you get some of that. It does have a little bit of chocolate onto the finish as well, like a little bit of smoke. And I like it. I like it. I think I'm gonna rate this one 87. But do I think that it's worth $300? I know they spend a lot of time aging and everything, but no, I don't think it's worth $300. I mean, you can get like Tears of Llorona from anywhere from like 230 to 280, and you get in a liter. It's a lot more complex. Tapatio Excelencia, whenever it's available, it's anywhere from like 160 to like $180, and that's an incredible tequila. You have El Tesoro Paradiso, which is also another great tequila for like $180. Rey Sol Extra Añejo, that one's anywhere from like $260 to $300. I would definitely prefer that over this. You have Don Fulano Extra Añejo, which is another great tequila. That one I believe is like anywhere from like $150 to $200. So there's definitely tequilas out there that you can get for a lot cheaper, just as good, or I should say better. I think if this tequila was maybe $120 to maybe $150, then it would definitely, I guess you can say, might be worth it, considering how much time it take to age it. Definitely at $150 would be a lot of tequilas, and like Don Julio 1942 is a very popular tequila that people like. You consider this is no additives and stuff, I think that this one would be a lot better choice. if for that price, but for the price that it is, no. So I'll give it an 87. So overall, would I recommend these tequilas? No. Depending on the price, if it's 150, no. You know, like I said, $60, maybe $70. Yes, I would recommend it at that point. This one, I would say that I would only recommend it if it was a lot lower in price. I don't think it's worth paying that much, you know, for this one. It's not up there. So that's my review. I'm gonna continue enjoying these tonight. I hope you guys like it. Go ahead and put on the comments if you guys agree, disagree, if you guys have tried them. Like I said, we all got different palates. We all got our thoughts and opinions. You know, maybe you guys like it, maybe you guys don't. Yeah, maybe you guys rated them lower, higher. But it's just my personal opinion. So thank you very much. You guys have a good night.